दे
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Am I audible? Audible. Okay, great. So has anyone revised what happened in the last lecture? Yes, सब धुएं में चला गया. Revise किया है, नहीं किया है? Okay, revise. Oh, very nice. Revised. Very good. Very good, Nandini. Very good, Ayush. Oh, very good, Aditi. Achha. Nice. Yes. And shortly, that means in a day or two, on your WhatsApp groups, you'll be getting a message of the deleted syllabus, which is present for 10th IC, which is present for you guys. We will be updating it. Yes, I have been getting many requests from students. Ki, sir, revise syllabus. Don't worry. We are going to update you on the revised syllabus. And just to give you a brief information, in your history, there are almost 4 to 5 chapters that have been deducted. Then in your geography, there is not much which is deducted, only a single chapter, I guess. And in civics, the last chapter of your civics is deducted. So this is the by and large of the thing. Yes, Kashvi, I am going to do that, don't worry. Okay, just a minute, everyone. I'm sharing my screen. I'm connecting from my laptop. Just give me a minute. Recording in progress. Screen visible? Yes, is the screen visible, everyone? Okay, great. So in the previous lecture, we have started with historiography, the Indian tradition. Chalo, let us begin. Visible. Great. Tradition of Indian history we have completed. I have told you about the Ashoka Maurya's empire. Okay, Ashoka Maurya's empire. We have also seen about the Harappan seals, and we have seen about the Harsha Charita, which was written by Banabhatta and is King Harsha's biography. After this, we have completed about the historiography in the medieval period, where I have taught you that Rajatarangini is the history of Kashmir, which was written by Kalhana in the 12th century. After this, we have also seen that Ziauddin Barani is the person who was a very influential writer, and he wrote in Arabic and Persian language. After which we have seen Tariq-e-Firuz Shahi is a book written by him in which he has stated the purpose of historiography. Next, the custom of adding suitable poetic quotes and beautiful pictures was also introduced. Babur, the founder of Mughal Empire, this can be asked for your MCQ, wrote an autobiography entitled Tujha Kai Baburi. It contains the descriptions of battles fought by him. Abul Fazl's Akbarnama is very important from the viewpoint of critical historiography. After this, we have completed about Bakhars. This is just revision. Yes, I am revising. This is just revision. We have completed about Bakhar. I have told you, Bakhar is a ballad. That means a kind of song which is not rhyming in short. In Marathi, there are povadas. These are all types of Bakhars. This gives us information about the eologies of the heroes and stories of historical events. Eology means information. Or eology actually means, yes, eology actually means, let's consider it like this. Okay. Yeah, eology actually means that whenever someone is dead, you have to write on his tombstone something good. That is called as an eology. So Marathi Bakhars are also present, which we have seen. First is the Savasad Bakhar. The second one is the Bhausahebanchi Bakhar. The third one is the Panipatchi Bakhar. And the fourth one is Holkaranchi Kaifiyat. So, any doubts in yesterday's lecture? Today we have to start from over here. This was just a small revision. Great. Moving ahead. Sir, I did not get yesterday's PDF. Yes. Say if your medium is semi-English, you must have got another link on your group. Say join that group. Join that link. Naneshwari ma'am's link. Yes, I am going to send Sakshi, don't worry. Today I'll be sending this both the PPTs. Historiography in the medieval period. This is Indian medieval period. We have seen that a number of ancient sites were excavated during the medieval period under the supervision of Sir Alexander Cunningham, who is the first Director General of Archaeological Survey of India. I have told you yesterday it is called as ASI, Archaeological Survey of India. This is Alexander Cunningham. He was the first Director General. Director General DG. Director General means the supremest, the head of any particular department is called as Director General. Yes, I know. This is modern. We have seen this. This is historiography in the modern period. Yes. Harappan civilization was discovered. Yes, Harappan civilization was discovered during the tenure of Sir John Marshall. Harappan civilization. Has anyone heard about this? Harappan civilization. A very important settlement in the Indian history, which is currently present in Pakistan. Major part of it is present in Pakistan. But Harappan civilization was at one time a very important civilization where people from various civilizations lived. It is present in the northwestern part of India, in Punjab, Haryana, that area. Present here. 3 volumes of the History of British India written by James Mill were published in 1817. This was the first book on Indian history written by a British historian. Extremely important, can be asked for your MCQ. That means which is the first book which was written by a Britisher yes. A question which can be asked is, which is the first book written by a Britisher about Indian history? Then the answer should be James Mill. Moving ahead. Okay, so moving on. Grant Duff, I have told you, wrongly interpreted history means उसने history को गलत तरीके से लिखा था. Grant Duff. Sir, then what type of civilization was Mohenjo-daro? Mohenjo-daro was also a type of civilization. So all of these come under the Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley. इसमें Harappan civilization आता है, इसमें Mesopotamian नहीं, इसमें Mohenjo-daro आता है, इसमें Lothal आता है, इसमें कालीबंगान आता है. All of these are different civilizations which are present in the Indus River ka valley. Out of these various civilizations, the most important one was the Harappan civilization. Similar tendencies witnessed in Colonel Todd's writings about Rajasthan's history. The 2 volumes written by William Wilson Hunter on Indian history show somewhat impartial treatment of the subject. Neelkanta Janardhan Kirtane and Vishwanath Kashinath Rajode, that is V.K. Rajode, were 2 Indian historians who took up the task of exposing the limitations of Grand Duff's writing. Very easy part. Now, Indian historiography is divided into 3 parts. That means Indian historiography, matlab India ka history, is written by 3 different kinds of people or 3 different ideologies. Sabse pehla hai colonial ideology, means the British ideology. The second one is the Orientalist, which means European ideology. And the third one is nationalistic ideology, which means the Indian ideology. So here 3 different perspectives say, या 3 different opinions say history लिखा गया है. The first one is the colonial. That means the early scholars who wrote Indian history were mainly British officers. Their partiality is clearly reflected in some of the way that in which they have ridiculed the Indian culture. Means ridicule मतलब उन्होंने मजाक बनाया था Indian culture का. Their writings were used to justify colonial British rule. The 5 volumes of Cambridge History of India published during 1992 and 1937 CE are the distinct examples of colonial historiography. This can be asked for your MCQ. That means 4 to 5 books can be given to you and you can be asked that इसमें से कौन सा colonial वाला है. Yes, you can be asked. Okay, anyone any doubts until here? Please ask if you have any doubts. Okay, just give me a minute, everyone. Just give me a minute. The Oriental historiography or Oriental historians. Now, Oriental. Many European scholars felt curious about civilizations and countries in the East who were called as the Orientalists. मतलब यूरोप के ऐसे लोग जिनको इंडिया के बारे में या साउथ ईस्ट मतलब which contains India and other Asian countries, उनके बारे में उनको these Europeans had some exquisitive, and that is the reason why these historians were called as the Oriental historians. They were mainly focused on Sanskrit and Vedic literature. Sir William Jones was a person who founded the Asiatic Society in Calcutta, which opened the door for research in ancient Indian literature and history. Frederick Max Muller, now to give you just information, there is also Max Muller Bhavan in Pune itself, which is the place where you can learn German language. Max Muller Bhavan. If you're interested, you can definitely visit it. Asiatic Society in Calcutta. It opened the doors for research in ancient Indian literature and society. Frederick, he was the editor of Max Muller a noted Orientalist, first translated the Sanskrit text of Hitopadesh. Hitopadesh is a book. Hit means good things and Upadesh means a message. How to do good things? Iska agar aapko message dena hai, that book and was called as Hitopadesh. So this was translated into Sanskrit by Max Muller. He also was the editor of the Sacred Books of the East. Iske 50 books. He also compiled the Rig Veda, which has been published in 6 volumes. He translated Rig Veda in the German language. Nationalistic. Indian historians educated in the British education system but who wrote in the favor of Indians are called as nationalistic historians. The prominent among them was Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar. Any doubts in the types of historians? Anyone? In the 3 types of historians, any doubts? Pretty simple, pretty easy. And I am again telling you, just do whatever I have told you, nothing else. Sir, could you show the last slide? Yes. Sir, what is the syllabus for SST test? Okay, remember until the last lecture, that means we have our SST test, I guess, on 5th, 6th, 7th, 7th or 8th we have our SST test, right? So SST test के पहले के दिन तक, मतलब उसके पहले के दिन तक जो भी हम लोग करते हैं, that is going to be your syllabus for the exam. Remember. Okay, moving on. Now coming on to the nationalist historians. I didn't understand the colonial part. Bhumi, colonial historians are those historians who are Britishers and who have wrongly written about Indian history. Means in Indian history they have ridiculed, made a fun of Indian rulers. They have made a fun of Indian administrative system. Such historians who are Britishers and have written about Indian history are called as colonialist historians. Yes, Harshita, I am going to share this PPT. Nationalist historians, V.K. Rajode, Vishwanath Kashinath Rajode, we have seen this. He compiled and edited 22 volumes of Marathanchi Ithihasachi Sadhane. He stated history is the all-inclusive image of the past societies. It does not include only the stories of political images, conspiracies, and wars for seizing power. He insisted that history should be written only using authentic documentary source. Out of this part is extremely important, which can be asked for MCQ. That means which is the book which was compiled and edited by V.K. Rajode. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, yes, extremely important freedom fighter, one of the most important freedom fighters, and you must have all heard about his very important slogan. Ne mazasi ne Matrubhumila Parata. You must have heard about this. Ne mazasi ne Matrubhumila Parata Sagara Prana Ata Tadmalala. You must have heard about this. He's a very, very famous freedom fighter, and he has suffered a lot in his life. Like all of you, has anyone heard about Kalapani jail in the Andaman Nicobar Islands? Yes. Whoever Indians were fighting against the Britishers, they were sent to this Kalapani jail, and this was in fact one of the world's most dangerous jail. Exactly. So the Indian War of Independence 1857, written by Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, is of great importance, which helped to trigger the Indian national movement. Historiography in the post-independence era. That means independence के बाद जो history लिखा गया है. We have right now, if you remember, we have seen about the past, We have seen about the present, and now we are going to see about the post-independence. So there were three major ideologies. The first one is Marxist history, second one is subaltern history, and third one is feminist history. ये क्या है? We are going to see. Marxist history. Marxist historians in India studied the transitions within the caste system. This is the objective of Marxist history. Among the notable Indian historians who adopted Marxist ideological framework, scholars like Damodar Dharmanand Kosambi, very important, Comrade Shripad Amrut Dangi, Ram Sharan Sharma, Comrade Sharad Patil have contributed notably. Comrade Dange was one of the founder members of the Indian Communist Party, which was the ICP. Primitive Communism to Slavery, the book written by him, represents the Marxist historiography. So this can be asked for MCQ, and you can be asked that who is the founder of ICP. It can be asked for MCQ. This is Damodar Dharmanand Kosambi. Any doubts in this part? Very easy. Yes, Marxist is Karl Marx. Now, yes, Marxist is Karl Marx for history. Exactly. No doubts, no doubts, no doubts. Great. Moving on. खूब बहुत easy है history extremely easy. After that is subaltern history. The role of Italian historian Antonio Gramsci is very important in developing the idea that history should be written starting from the bottommost rank in the society. In fact, subaltern means the bottommost rank. Now, what is this? What is the meaning of this? Antonio believed that history should be written keeping in mind about the way in which the lowest strata of any society lived or survived. That means India में सबसे कम लोग कौन थे या सबसे कम रैंक वाले लोग कौन थे? Those are called as the Shudras. That means the untouchables. In India, there were basically four category of people. The first one were called as the Vaishyas. The second one were called as the Kshatriyas, the third one were called as the Brahmins, and fourth one were called as the Shudras. Vaishyas means businessmen, Kshatriyas means soldier, Brahmins means all those people who did all the work related to God and pujas, and Shudras means those people who could not be touched. They were impure. It was considered like that only. So history about them is considered to be the true form of history. So meaning subaltern, yes, subaltern ka meaning hai, as you can see over here, subaltern means bottommost rank. Folklore has been considered as a very important source of writing subaltern histories. Ranjit Guha, an Indian historian, played a major role in establishing subaltern history as an important academic school of historiography. Mahatma Phule, now I guess everyone must be knowing this, that the University of Pune is called as SPPU, Savitribai Phule University, Savitribai Phule Open University, and Savitribai Phule's husband is none other than Mahatma Phule. Both of them are extremely contributing towards the society in a way that they were religious cleansers. You can call them as religious cleansers, or they were social activists. Folklore. Folklore means kahaniya, small tales, goshti, Marathi gappa goshti, folklore. The term Shudra and Ati Shudra indicates the bottommost rank in the caste system. Yes, Palak. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, focusing on this fact, consistently wrote about it. Two of his books, Who Were the Shudras and the Untouchables, may be cited as examples of history of this subaltern type. Okay, anyone any doubt? Meaning of comrade. Comrade means a friend, or comrade means a soldier. Okay, anyone any doubts in this part? Very easy. After this, we are going to solve a worksheet based on this as well. No doubts, no doubts, no doubts. This is like GK only. Exactly. This is GK only. So moving on. Feminist history. Feminist history means the history which was written from the perspective of women is called as feminist history. Now, Sir, what is comrade? I just told what is the meaning of comrade. Told you, no? Okay. Feminist history. Among women authors, Tarabai Shinde was the foremost one. She wrote attacking the male-dominated social system and the caste system. Her book, Stri Purusha Tulna, that means comparison between male and female, was published in the year 1882. Is acknowledged as the first feminist book in India. This can be asked that which is the first feminist book in India. In 1888, the book written by Pandita Ramabai was published entitled The High Caste Hindu Women. Among the recently published feminist literature, Meera Kosambi's book Crossing Thresholds, Feminist Essay in Social History is of importance. It contains essay on the life stories of women like Pandita Ramabai and Dr. Rukmabai. She is the first practicing lady doctor in India, Dr. Rukmabai. Dr. Sharmila Rege's work is noteworthy in Dalit women context. Her book, Writing Caste, Writing Gender, is a very important book. Any doubts in feminist history? I've already taken all the efforts. I've made points for you. There's no need for you to again go about the textbook and again read the entire textbook. So don't worry. Okay, moving on. And here we end with this part. Anyone any doubts in this part? Or anyone any doubts in this chapter? Has anyone got any doubts in this part? Any doubts in this chapter? No doubts. Okay, great. So let us start with this worksheet now. Dash was the first Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India. Kya hai iska answer? What do you think is the answer for this? Okay, any answers? Anyone any answers? Okay, option number A. Very good. Alexander Cunningham. Very good. Next. Dash translated the Sanskrit text of Hitopadesh. Just we have seen this. Yes, very good. Frederick Max Muller. Next. In these ancient times, memories of social transitions were preserved with the help of oral recitals, travel logs, inscriptions, or artifacts. What do you think? Yes, it is actually very easy. Okay, very good. Exactly. Oral recitals. Oral recitals. Exactly. Next, Indians had mastered the art of writing as early as dash BCE or perhaps even before that. I'll give you options have been missed over here. Option A is 2 BCE, option B is 3 BCE, option C is 4 BCE, and option D is 5 BCE. Here line even I have included in my PPT also. Any idea what is the answer for this? Exactly, the answer is B. That means the 3rd BCE. Very good. Next, 5th. The earliest known written documents of historical nature found in India are dated back to dash times. Bindusar's times, Ashoka Chandragupta Maurya's times, Ashoka's times, or Dashratha's times. What do you think? Even I have included this in the PDF, PPT. Exactly. Ashoka Maurya's times. Next, Harshacharita was written by Aryabhatta, Valmiki, Banabhatta, or Vedavyasa. Banabhatta. The first line, in fact, of this entire PPT is Banabhatta. तुझं काय फिरोजशाही was written by dash. Akbar, Babur, Abul Faisal or Ziauddin Barani. Very good. तुझं काय बाबरी, तुझं काय फिरोजशाही was written by Ziauddin Barani. It is a comment or it is a book which tells us. Yes, very good. Yes, it is a book which tells us about the historiography. Akbar Nama was written by Akbar, Babur, Abul Faisal or Ziauddin Barani. Akbar Nama was written by. Very good. It was written by Abul Fazl. Option number C. Sorry, Abul Fazl. Abul Fazl's method of historiography is dash method. What do you think? Which method is it which he is using? Exactly. The method which is used by Abul Fazl is called as the realistic method. Realistic method. Remember this. This is not present in your PPT also, but remember this. Bakr is an important type. Bakr is an important type of historical documents of dash period. Bakr is an important document of dash period. Modern period, medieval period, ancient period, or prehistoric period. It is medieval period. Very easy. If you remember, I have even showed you this in the title also. Moving on. Dash civilization was discovered during the tenure of Sir John Marshall. Which civilization was discovered? Exactly. Harappan civilization. Option number B. 12th. Asiatic Society was established at Kolkata by Grand Duff, John Marshall, Frederick Max Muller, or William Jones. Option number A, William Jones. This also we have seen. 13. Mount Start Elphinstone was the governor of. Okay, this we have not seen, but just remember this. He was the governor of Bombay. This is a very important thing. Option number B. Yes. A history of Maharats was written by dash. Grant Duff. We have seen this. It was wrongly interpreted history. Interpreted history, right? Wrongly interpreted history. Next is 16th. The volume of the 5 volume. Okay, sorry. Dash wrote about Rajasthan's history. Who wrote about Rajasthan's history? Yes, very good. Option number A, Colonel Todd wrote about Rajasthan's history. Next, 16th. The 5 volumes of Cambridge History of India, published during 1922 and 1937 CE, are distinct examples of what kind of history? Orientalist, colonial, nationalist, or Marxist? Cambridge History of India. I've told you, कि Cambridge History कहाँ पर था, कौन से period में था? During the period of Britishers. And Britishers मतलब कौन सा period? Colonial historiography. Very easy. Yes, very good. Next. मराठ्यांच्या इतिहासाची साधने. मराठ्यांच्या इतिहासाची साधने was written by Dr. Ambedkar, V.K. Rajawade, Vinayak D. Savarkar, or Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. What do you think? Very easy. I've even told you V.K. Rajawade. That means Vishwanath Kashinath Rajawade was the person who has written this very famous book. Next. The Stri Purusha Tulna was written by Meera Kosambi, Dr. Rukmabai, Tarabai Shinde, and Pandita Ramabai. What do you think? What do you think? Okay, very good. Yes. Stri Purush Tulna, we have seen this. No, Ashish. Stri Purush Tulna, Tarabai Shinde. Okay, no worries. The seeds of subaltern historiography are found in dash historiography. Marxist, feminist, nationalistic, orientalist. The seeds of subaltern historiography are found in the Marxist historiography. Next 20. Dash provide information about the rule of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Savasad Bakar, Bhausahebhanchi Bakar, Panipatchi Bakar, or Holkaranchi Bakar. Yes, very good. It is called as the Sabhasad Bakar. Great. Anyone any doubts in this part, in this chapter? Anyone any doubts? Okay, just a minute. We'll start with geography now. Okay, is the screen visible to everyone? Okay, let us begin. Location and extent, chapter number 2. Chapter number 1 is field visit, which is not present in your reduced syllabus, so we will not be taking it. Now, as I told you in the first lecture itself, the 10th SSC geography is a comparison of historical geography and yes, exactly. Great. Chapter number 2, location and extent. So in this chapter, we'll be completing off with the location and extent of India and Brazil. If you remember, I have told you कि ये geography कैसा है, इसमें इंडिया को और ब्राजील को कंपेयर किया, बाकी कुछ नहीं है in this. You will see how much easy this is. So general information about India. India capital सबको मालूम है, जिसको मालूम नहीं वो जान ले दो अपनी. India's capital is New Delhi. The location of India is very important. It is present in the northern and the eastern hemispheres of Earth. That means if this is Earth, it is present somewhere over here, right? This is the northern and eastern hemisphere of the Earth, and it is present in the southern part of the Asian continent. This is the latitudinal extent of Earth, India, and this is the longitudinal extent. Longitudinal means like this, which are running parallel to each other and in a circle like this. Longitudinal means like this. Latitudinal means this. So this is latitude and this is longitude. Okay. You can take a screenshot of these latitudinal and longitudinal extents. These are not present in your book. Any doubts, anyone until here? Okay. So southernmost part of India is called as Indira Point. Remember, it is not Kanyakumari. or it is not Sri Lanka or nothing. The southernmost part of India is called as Indira Point. In the land type of India, it is a peninsula. Peninsula means the water body which is surrounded by water from three sides. तो यहाँ पे कौन से water body surrounding है? सबसे पहला है Indian Ocean in the south, second is the Arabian Ocean in the west, and third one is the Bay of Bengal in the east. Any doubts anyone? ये तो basic knowledge है, सबको मालूम होता है, and hence very easy also. Okay, moving on. Brazil. The capital of Brazil is Brasilia. Some part of Brazil lies in the northern hemisphere, while most of it lies in the southern hemisphere. Also, it lies in the western hemisphere in the northern part of South American continent. मतलब ऐसा South America है. So it lies in the western hemisphere. That is, this is the western hemisphere in the northern part of South American continent. मतलब यहाँ पे Brazil है ऐसा. This is Brazil. Latitudinal extent is given over here, 5 degrees 15 minutes north to 33 degrees 45 minutes south. Similarly, longitudinal extent is given over here. Now, one more commonality between India and Brazil is both are peninsula. That is, both are surrounded by oceans from three sides or seas from three sides. So it is covered by South Atlantic Ocean and North Atlantic Ocean on its south, east, and north. Anyone, any doubts? Any doubts, anyone? No doubts, no doubts, no doubts. Great. Moving on. The last part now, historical background. So India received its independence on 15th August 1947. Brazil received its independence on 7th September 1882. India was ruled by Britishers for 190 years, and we are currently called as the young country because there is a huge amount of young population in India. Brazil was ruled by Portuguese for more than 300 years, and after that it was under the control of populist military control. Populist military control means, in short, military took over the control of all administration and all finances. So this is historical background of Brazil. That's it. Any doubt in chapter number 1 of geography? Yes, that's it. It's very easy. No doubts, no doubts, no doubts, no doubts. Yes, I am going to send this. Doing just PPT will be sufficient. Yes, Shravani, it will be. Yes, only this much chapter. Yes, Rudra. Yes, thank you, Moksha. Yes, Sakshi, only this much chapter. There is no need to read anything from the textbook after you have done this, but still for your reference, guys, I'll be sharing the textbook PDF also, and I hope everyone has the textbook PDF. So yesterday's PPT was not uploaded on the group. Yes, I know. Yes, I'll be uploading it. Don't worry. Okay, chalo, let us begin. चलते हैं आगे. So what are your guys' thoughts about CET being conducted? होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए? अभी तो हो रहा है फिलहाल. You can do nothing about it. So geography has only 5 chapters for CET. No, Rudra, I'll be giving you. So please show chapter number 1 of history. Just complete it, Dhananjay. I have textbook, but don't know reduced syllabus. I'm an ICSE student, where to go? Don't worry, Shalmali. In the next lecture, I'll be telling you. So घर बैठ के क्या करे? मैगी वैगी खाओ, मजा करो, पिज्जा खाओ, TV देखो, web series देखो. Sir, it's must. Yes, it is. Are we going to solve MCQs for geography lesson number 2 now? No, Gargi, we are not going to. होना चाहिए, sir, but it is not for. Yes, I agree that this is very wrong in terms for CBSE and ICSE students, क्योंकि CBSE और ICSE के बच्चों को एक महीने में they have to complete the entire SSC syllabus, which is extremely wrong. I understand that and I know it. And I know it. So CET होना चाहिए. Yes, I agree. Sir, if I don't go to the textbook, is it fine? Well, like, yes, it's fine, but I would request you to still go through it. So they could have taken boards instead. Exactly. नहीं होना चाहिए. Sir, माझं कल का syllabus था आज. Okay. CET has importance or not? Yes, CET has importance. It is very important. So can you, sir, they were not fair to commerce students. Okay. So screen is not visible. Yes, I know. So do you know Pink Panther? Nahi re baba. Kaun hai Pink Panther? Syllabus. Where would you get the syllabus? Yeah, I'll be telling you the syllabus. Don't worry. CBS results are declared today. Oh, great. Sir, give us some tricks. No tricks. Just revise all the PPTs which I'll be sharing. Revise all the PDFs which I'll be sharing. Revise all the MCQ sheets which you have been solving. For SST, I will be solving almost like 500 MCQs. Will be solving 500 MCQs. मतलब उसमें से तो पक्का ना पक्का कुछ आने ही वाला है. Like I assume that it's my assumption that out of those 25 MCQs, whatever MCQs we are going to do, out of those, at least it's my belief that 15 to 17 MCQs will be from what we have done. So about CET being conducted is partial, but it would be act as verifying proof. Yeah, I know. The questions if textbook se aayega na, yes, questions will be from textbook only. Yes, there are only 5 chapters of geography. Exactly. Arya, just send it to me. Arya Mokashi, just send it to me afterwards. So I would prefer both. Anyone would prefer. What is the duration of CET? I guess CET duration is of I guess 90 minutes. Yeah, it is of 90 minutes. 1.5 hours. Is question bank important? No, it's not required. So 10th SSC का बहुत ही easy है history geography. I know. अच्छा, it's for 2 hours. क्या? I'm not sure about it. What is the duration? Probably 2 hours. Yeah, then 2 hours. I'm not sure about it. 2 hours or 90 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours. Sir, I don't want to study history and geography. क्यों रे बेटा तनिष्क? Sir, send syllabus no group. Yes, Bhumi. For 11th and 12th, which board is ideal? Ideally, if you it would be HSC board. Sir, send syllabus no group, please. Yes, Bhumi. Sir, how hard do you think CET will be? Okay, let me tell you all one thing कि बिल्कुल भी डरो मत, CET बहुत ही ज़्यादा easy होने वाला है because nobody has studied the entire year. Even your teachers have not studied. Like, come on, even your teachers have not studied. So it's going to be very easy. Don't worry. Chill. Hey, chill. Don't worry. Drink tea, coffee, and chillax. So India's southernmost point is known as, what do you think? We have just done this. It is known as India's southernmost point is known as. Excellent. Indira Point. It is not Kanyakumari. It is not Port Blair. It is not Lakshadweep. It is Indira Point. Next, these two countries in South America do not share their border with Brazil. This is a very important MCQ, and this has been asked many a times in the examination as well. And which are the two countries which do not share their border with Brazil? And iska answer, okay, very good. I've been getting answers. The answer is Chile and Ecuador. These both are away from Brazil. Brazil is present over here, Chile is present over here, below it is Ecuador, and there is another country present over here between them. So I'm just guiding you. Yeah. Both the countries have dash type of government. India में military government है क्या? No. इंडिया में कम्युनिस्ट गवर्नमेंट है क्या? नो. इंडिया में प्रेसिडेंशियल गवर्नमेंट है क्या? नो. तो इंडिया में कौन सा गवर्नमेंट है? रिपब्लिक. अगर इंडिया में रिपब्लिक गवर्नमेंट है तो ब्राजील में भी कौन सा होने वाला है? रिपब्लिक होने वाला है. कितना इजी है यार. Fourth, which of the following shape show the coastal part of Brazil correctly? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one do you think? Brazil. We're talking about Brazil. Yes, I'm going to show you Brazil ka image also. Which one do you think? Exactly. It is this one. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll show you how Brazil looks on a world map. Just give me a minute. See. Yes, I'm showing you an image of Brazil. How does it look? Give me a minute. Yes, this is how Brazil looks like, and this is the shape which Brazil has. See, this is the shape. So यहाँ पे ऐसा कौन सा है? One वाला है. This is the reason it is number one. Which one of the following shape showed a coastal part of India correctly? मतलब इंडिया का साउथ तो कैसे ऐसे दिखता है ना, इंडिया का साउथ. तो ये this is the third option is the correct one. Any doubts anyone in this part? Any doubts? Great. Moving on. Considering the hemisphere, which shape correctly represents in which the India lies? I have told you India lies above the equator. Remember, see, this is the equator. Yeah. So, okay, just a minute. Yeah. So this is the equator. India lies over here, and this is the, yes, this is the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, western hemisphere, eastern hemisphere. So India lies in this part like this, correct? So India lies where? Over here in the third, that means the northern hemisphere. Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts? Pretty easy. Yes, very easy. Moving on to the next question, question number 7. Considering the hemisphere, which shape correctly represents the hemisphere which Brazil mainly lies? Yes, anyone? Okay, yes. Considering the hemisphere which represents the hemisphere in which Brazil mainly lies. What do you think? 7th? Exactly, it is option number 2. It lies in the southern hemisphere. Again, look at this. ये equator है. Equator के नीचे है Brazil यहाँ पे. So this is the correct answer. In which hemisphere of the earth is India located? Southern and eastern hemisphere, northern and eastern hemisphere, northern and eastern hemisphere, western and northern hemisphere, southern and western hemisphere. The first line, in fact, of my PPT was this of for India. It is present in the northern and eastern hemisphere. Exactly. Dash is the second largest populated country in the world. India is the second largest country population wise in the world, and first is China. Brazil is famous for which dance? Brazil is famous for samba dance. Remember, samba. India is famous for dash in the world. India is famous for spices in the world. Spices. Brazil is known as dash of the world. Brazil is known as the coffee pot of the world. Now, any idea why is it called as coffee pot? Exactly. Brazil is one of the best producers of coffee. Exactly. That is the reason why it is called as coffee pot of the world. Next. Dash is the popular sport in India. कौन सा है सबसे ज़्यादा popular sport? Obviously cricket, IPL, exactly RCB, CSK, Mumbai Indians. Dash is the popular sport in Brazil. Which is the popular sport in Brazil? Dash is the popular sport in Brazil. Exactly. Football is extremely popular, and you must all even know the names, right? Neymar is a very famous player. Next. Dash is the capital city of India. New Delhi. Like, क्या पूछते हो यार सर आप? ठीक है. Dash is the capital city of Brazil. Brasilia. Again, the first line. India got its independence in 1947. Brazil got its independence in 1822. 1822. This also we have seen. India has a federal dash republic type of government. India has a federal and parliamentary republic type of government. Remember this. And Brazil has a dash republic type of government. It has a presidential type of government. This is very important. Remember these two questions. Dash passes to the central part of India. The Tropic of Cancer passes to the central part of India. See, over here, if you look at this, so this is the Tropic of Cancer. See, so it passes almost to the center part of India like this. This is the Tropic of Capricorn, which passes through Brazil, and equator also passes through Brazil, but equator does not pass through India, remember. The name Brazil comes from dash, a local wooded tree which is present over there. It is Pau Brazil. Pau Brazil. It is the local tree which is present over there. And here we complete with this part as well. So anyone, any doubts with this part? Just a minute, give me a minute. I'm sharing the file with everyone. I'm sharing this file with everyone. My PDF which I have prepared, I'll be sharing it with you. Just give me a minute. History, chapter number 1. Yes, I guess you must have got it, everyone, in the chat box. Okay, I've sent it to you. Those who are present on a laptop can download it. Those who are present on the mobile, attending the lecture from mobile, cannot download it. Don't worry. I'll be sending it to you on your WhatsApp groups as well. Don't worry. And tomorrow, I'll be sharing few contact details of social media of me. If you want to contact me anytime, you can definitely contact. No phone numbers I will not be providing, definitely. For a matter of fact, no teacher will be providing their contact numbers. Okay, so hello everyone, bye bye. See you again tomorrow.